The hyper-talented L King with X's and O's. Time for a man with great celebrity and artistic value to join me on the phone.
94.3.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Okay, fans of Nikhil Chinapa, there's a special video as well as radio episode of his life in lockdown that's coming up, and everything that he's been doing with his wonderful family during this COVID-19 lockdown. But something more immediate, which is why we had to get him on air immediately. It's a 2-day web festival, if I could call it that, the Exchange Digital Edition 2020. It's live on Facebook, and Nikhil and his company Submerge are playing a very active part in that. Good morning, buddy. I hope friends, family, extended family are healthy and safe during this COVID-19 lockdown.
Thank you very much, Hrishi. It's good to be back with you on air. And yes, the family is doing well. I'm doing well. We've got a 2-year-old daughter at home that's keeping us on our toes. And every day is a new adventure at home because she needs to be active. So we've set up different kinds of obstacle courses for her at home using mattresses and pillows and chairs. So she's climbing over things, crawling under things, jumping around, basically keeping herself and us, all of us, active in the family.
Yeah, so I'm going to get more intricate details of that when we do a video chat. But for now, this is fascinating. I mean, tomorrow we've got some very prominent Submerge DJs part of the exchange, and day after we see you slipping in as a moderator on a couple of those sessions. So talk to me about the Exchange Digital Edition.
Well, the exchange has been around since 2014, and the objective was to connect different people in what we call the gig economy, which is live events, production, clubs, venues, DJs, promoters, brands, and bring them together in one place and space to exchange ideas. And now, ever since the whole world has been faced with the corona pandemic, it's become increasingly apparent that the gig economy has been very badly hit, and it doesn't show any signs of recovery because people aren't going to be getting back into public spaces anytime soon. And I've been telling people as well that corona isn't going to evaporate overnight. It's here to stay. So we as a community, as individuals, need to learn how to adapt. So what we're trying to do on the digital exchange is bring together a wide range of people that represent different parts of this gig economy. Restaurant and venue owners, DJs, production houses, producers, managers of artists, streaming services, and try and figure out how we can start to think out of the box to make sense of what we should be doing with our life in the middle of this corona pandemic. Because like I said, there's going to be no magic switch that you're going to turn on when this corona pandemic disappears, and it's not going to disappear anytime soon.
Point to be pondered upon. More with Nikhil Chinapa up ahead. Enjoy some DNC with Nicki Minaj now. This year is Kissing Strangers on 94.3 Radio 1. One World, your station. I'm Hrishikesh. Former Spice Girls, cute as a button, Emma Bunton with What I Am. Nikhil Chinapa has joined me on the phone talking about the Exchange Digital Edition 2020.
94.3.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishikesh.
Now, Nikhil, the Exchange 2020 is a 2-day affair. So just lead us through what we can expect over the next 2 days.
Over the next couple of days, on Wednesday, the 29th of April, and Thursday, the 30th of April, we're doing different sessions. Some of them are very interesting and basic sessions, like a lot of DJs sitting at home saying, hey, the whole world is live streaming, but I'm not quite sure what I should be using to live stream. So one of the sessions being done by DJ Skip and DJ Kannan is just how to go onto live stream. Many people think that Instagram Live is life's great answer or great solution to everything live. Honestly, it's one of the worst platforms you could be live on right now. There's so many better platforms you could be going live on. Then we've also got a panel with Spotify and with Chaitanya Kataria, Paddy from Spotify and Chaitanya from Gully Gang Entertainment that manages Divine, on the rise of streaming and how artists can use streaming services to further their career, whether you're a small independent artist or whether you're a major artist that's got many albums behind him or her and doing lots of live gigs. We've also got a panel on the vision for alternative artists in the live music space with Ayushmann Sinha from Represent Entertainment and Nikhil Udupa, who represents a lot of small independent artists and live bands as well. So loads of interesting things. And also, Gaurav Kapoor and Ankur Tiwari and I are going to be having a chat on how you can start to think out of the box. Where do you find answers? And more often than not, they're in places that you never thought of looking in before. So it's going to be a very interesting sort of discussion with different panels for people who want to figure out what exactly can they be doing? Should they be doing something? I don't see work happening anytime in the near future, so what should I be doing? And people should tune in.
what Nikhil is referring to is social distancing, a teacher in disguise, which is Gaurav Kapoor, Ankur Tiwari and himself as moderator. That's happening on day 2, which is 30th, day after tomorrow at 4:30 in the afternoon. So tomorrow and day after, it kicks off at 2:30 and 2 o'clock respectively. This is live on the Submerge Says Dance Facebook page, the Exchange India Facebook page and social offline. Also an interesting one, what's next? A look into the future of DJing, which has a Submerge artist, Tuhin Mehta, speaking to Nishank from Pioneer India. So just your wrap-up thoughts. I mean, considering that, like you said, we've got to look at the new normal post-COVID-19, the future of festivals, small and large-scale event production, and obviously a vision for artists in the live music space. What would you like to say to everybody who's listening?
Rishi, like you said, people have been putting out messages about the corona pandemic and corona warriors, and a lot of those messages, very rightly, have been about solidarity and coming together and having hope for the future, which is what we also need to keep in our hearts as a sentiment. But, and there's no sugarcoating this, corona is here to stay. Till we find a vaccine for this, and if it doesn't mutate, we will eventually find a vaccine, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. So for the rest of the planet, we need to learn to adapt and live with corona, because there is going to be no magic switch. So everybody needs to figure out how to continue with their lives and get on with living a productive life in the era and the age of corona. That's the most important thing for me as far as I'm concerned.
Lovely. Nikhil, we'll speak soon, both on video as well as on the radio, and talk about your life in lockdown and a whole lot more. Thanks for speaking to us, man. Take care of yourself.
You too, man. And I'm looking forward to hearing you on air. Rishi, you are a champion, and thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, my man. Gotta love Nikhil Chinapa. A lovely one now on the playlist. John Mayer, a personal favorite. It's called Half of My Heart. I'm Hrishi K. Enjoy 94.3 Radio 1. One World, your station.